Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are reacting to episode 19 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. We got to see Barry 2.0, which is literally the decaying body of the Barry that we know and love, which is absolutely horrifying. We got to see Gluttony again because Gluttony disappeared for a while. It was just like lust and envy kind of interacting, and we didn't see Gluttony. I believe so last time we saw Gluttony when we found out that King was Wrath, possibly when Greed ended up being like absorbed back into the father. It was really weird and disorientating, but I think that was the last time that we saw Gluttony, and then now Gluttony's shown up again. And there was this comment of like, we're luring out the string puller, and I thought maybe it was going to be envy or lust, but perhaps it is actually Gluttony because Gluttony is the one that like disappeared for a while. We now know that Maria is actually alive. She's just leaving the country because if she's discovered, she will probably be killed. So it is a good thing that she is leaving, but obviously it's very sad that she can't be there to support her commanding officer, Armstrong, and she doesn't get to see her parents, and her parents still believe that she's dead. But at least we know that she's alive and she is going to probably pop back up in the future, especially because she said, please tell Roy that if he should ever need anything from me, I will come back. So she will come up again. Just maybe we'll see her narrative in the East and kind of see what's going on there. Maybe that's how we get a bit more insight into the East, is through Maria's perspective. Possibly. Never know. And we know that Roy has been orchestrating all of this. As to what his greater plan is, we still don't know yet, but he is moving, he is putting the wheels in motion, and it's just great to see how he could fool so many people. He was so stone-faced, he didn't give anything away. He's absolutely amazing. I think Roy is like in my top 5 favorite characters. So is Barry, and so is Alphonse, obviously, because Al is my precious baby. I think Al is probably my favorite because he's just so cute and precious, and I just love him, and I want to make sure that he's okay. I just want to like baby him. I want to be like a mother to him. He's just so freaking cute. Also, I got a new jumper, and it's from the Pokemon Center UK because we actually do have one, but I think Japan's supposed to have like really, really cool stuff, but it's really difficult to get things shipped to the UK. So I got a Cubone jumper, and then it has like little Zubats on it, and I got some other stuff as well. I got like a Charizard t-shirt, I got a Growlithe t-shirt, and I also got an evolution jumper. So it has Eevee, and then not all the evolutions, it only has the original trio. So Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon, which are my babies, my OGs. I am very much like a Gen 1 to 3 type girl. That's sort of my favorite genre of Pokemon. I do love Pokemon, and I do enjoy the first 3 generations of Pokemon, and I do still continue to play them on my SP, but I also play them on my computer and on my phone as well. They're just really fun games, and the nostalgia hits really hard for me because Pokemon was the first game I ever played at the age of 4. So hence why I have Pokemon tattoos, because I am a big child, it's okay. But also, it's just that sense of childhood nostalgia, and Pokemon means so much to me. I remember getting the Pokemon movie when it came out, and it had the Mew card inside, like the ancient Mew, and it was like the drawing of it on the wall, and then also the little movie before the movie that was about them going on Pokemon vacation and getting really upset when Charizard gets his head stuck and they can't get him out. And they do eventually get him out, but it's just the fact that like he starts crying and he starts being really upset because like he can't get out. And I love Charmander, I love Charizard. I love that whole evolution line, Charmeleon as well. Sorry, Charmeleon, my boy. That's my favorite evolutionary line. And I it broke my heart. It broke little 6-year-old Sophie's heart. And again, the first games I ever played was Pokemon Yellow. I still have my cartridge of Pokemon Fire Red when I got given it with my Game Boy Advance when I was little. I still have that. It's not obviously the same team because I have replayed the game numerous times, but it's just nice that I still have like that link to my childhood. I don't have my old Game Boy Advance, but I do have an SP that I bought with adult money like years ago during lockdown because I was like, I want to play my childhood games again. And I also replayed Simpsons Hit and Run at the time because I don't know what it was during lockdown, but I was like, this is really depressing. I'm going to play all the games I loved as a child to make me feel better. But without further ado, let's get into episode 19 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh no, he's going to be so worried that what happened to Hughes is going to happen to Risa.
で、これは内緒なんだけど、バリーの話じゃ、大佐は第五なんとかってとこに関係した軍の連中をあぶり出そうとしてるんだってさ。
第五研究所。
I love that he knows all this because Barry can't keep his mouth shut.
ちょっと待ってよ、体の秘密は。
帰ってきたら教えてあげる。
そんな。
行ってくるね。
Barry's a yapper, but that's like me. I can't keep a secret either. He will. I already have my Alphonse tattoo planned out. What the fuck, man? No, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. Oh, don't hurt the dog. If the dog dies, I'm gonna rage quit this show. What a good dog. Don't. Oh. I was like, if he eats that dog, I'm not watching this show anymore.
間に合ったか。
大佐。なんで出てきたんですか。
He was so worried about her.
無視していれば敵の追及を逃れられるのに、こんなところにのこのこと。あなたは本当にバカですか。
わかったわかった。私がバカだった。
He loves her.
颯号は総長と一緒にいなさい。
Nothing better happened to Hayate because I will cry. I probably butchered that name, but still, that would be one way I to stop watching the show. And I love this show, but yeah, nothing better happened to the dog. Obviously. No, he's here for the fun of it, Roy. Go, Barry, go. Go, Barry, go.
何発撃ち込んでも平気な顔していました。もしかしてウロボロスの入れ墨なかった。入れ墨？あれがそうかしら。下にあった。それ多分ホムンクルスだよ。
待て待て待て。ホムンクルスだとそんなものはありえん。
Yes, there
グリードって
is.
名前のホムンクルスとあった。その人言ってたよ。ありえないなんてことはありえないって。信じるしかないわ。あんなの見せられたら。
まさか焼け焦げて塔の上から落ちても死なないとか言うんじゃないだろうな。
Oh, he's not dead.
多分。
たくデタラメ人間の万国びっ
A
くり
pseudo-human freak show. For the love of the human freak show. Pseudo-freak show. Iconic line. Oh, Barry. I really don't want anything bad to happen to Barry.
上層部を有するきっかけができたな。
But I'm so worried that something may happen to him.
引き上げるぞ。十分じゃねえよ。あ、バカ。
Oh, fuck's sake, Barry. He wants his body back. Well, he doesn't want his body back. He wants to destroy it so it can't be used and abused. I think Barry's gonna die, isn't he?
残っている職員は速やかに退避せよ。退走。侵入者は凶悪殺人犯だ。逮捕は我々に任せろ。
Are there chimeras here with lust and envy? Oh, I wonder if he discovers lust. Unless they already know that they're on their way and they've deserted. He's gonna be like, that's my girlfriend! Not anymore.
かなり時間が経つようだな。実験室ですかね。
Oh, have they moved everything?
まともな実験ではなさそうだな。
あら、偶然ね。
She is here! He's gonna be like, oh shit!
すっぽかして会いたかったわ。じゃあ。
ソーラレス。なんでここに。おい、ハボック。ウロボロスの入れ墨だぞ。
Yeah, but he didn't see it. Oops.
ごめんなさいね。
Oh my god, they move independently.
騙されるわけだ。お前、母音好きだろ。
Goddamn boobs! Even in the most serious of moments, there's comedic value. I love this show.
頭の切れるいい男だったわね。とどめをさせなかったのが残念だったけ。
She's not gonna die though.
洗いざらい吐くんだ。
She's gonna regenerate.
無理ね。あなたたちじゃ私をひざまずかせることはでき。
ホムンクルス。
あら、よく調べたわね、ジャン。
I found out 2 minutes ago.
見えるかしら？
Oh fuck!
この石を核に作られた人間。それが私たち、ホムンクルス。私たちは人間よ。
So if you destroy the Philosopher's Stone, do you destroy them then? Because it's the core of their being.
返す気がないということか。
そう、残念だけど。
Oh!
遅い。
He's useless when he's wet.
あらあら、お得意のホルンも出せないよね。
大量の水があるならば、分解して水素と酸素を発生させるまで。
Oh, smart! Oh! That was cool though.
前の彼女からもらったやつなのに。
How many girlfriends have you had, man?
あいさ、火もらえませんかね。
That's stupid! There could still be
無理っすね。
stuff lingering in the air. A soggy match.
あの女、間違いなく焼けたな。
No.
なんでわかるんですか。
焼死体のは何度も嗅いだ。
イシュバールの経験ですか。
No, I don't think she's gone.
はい。
ハボック。
ダメよ。
Sean!
いや。
無駄よ。まだまだ私は死なない。
助ける方法なら。
He's already lost one friend.
治療に使わせてもらう。
Whoa, what the fuck?
胸元にいきなり手を突っ込むなんて紳士のすることかしら。
Oh no, King is here. Oh no!
侵入者とな。
マスタング大佐が追っています。
どれ、助けに行こう。
You're not going to help though.
一人で十分。
You're going to hinder.
言ったはずよ。賢者の石が確
Okay, well that answered my question.
ごめんなさいね。あなたは人柱候補だけど、目の前で部下が冷たくなっていくのを見ながら、あなたも行きなさい。
I'm so mean.
ハボック、少尉、返事をしろ。
He's already lost Hughes and now he's lost Sean.
死ぬことは許さんぞ。
What the fuck?
そもそも別々の肉体と魂を一緒にしようってのが無理なんだよ。
他人の肉体と魂が相入れないなら、
Oh, he can't get his body back.
魂の僕は、そうだ。僕たちの目的を果たす時まで、この体が持つ保証はないんだ。
Oh, wait. No. Sorry, I misunderstood.
汚いラストさんよ。
Oh, Barry, please. I can't lose Barry.
なぜ大佐に協力したの？大損失だわ。人柱候補を一晩に二人も殺さなきゃならないなんて。人柱？
Wait, is Al a sacrifice candidate too?
あなたともう一人。
ごちゃごちゃ喋ってんじゃねえ。ラストさんよ。
Barry, 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 Barry!
うるさい男は嫌いよ。さて、注意さん。あなたもすぐに上司の後を追わせてあげるわね。
I'm really sad. Barry deserved better. He was a mass murderer, but still.
人柱を一晩に二人と言ったわね。貴様
Oh my god. Jeez. I don't blame her, I'd do the same. God, the music is so good. I don't believe Rory's dead. Until I see categoric proof that he's dead, I don't believe he is.
本当に愚かで弱い悲しい生き物ね。注意。立って逃げるんだ。
Oh, Al.
先に行きたいの？そう。あなた扉を開けたの。残念だわ。人柱確定なのに。逃げなさい。嫌だ。あなただけでは嫌なんだよ。
I'm gonna cry. Don't.
前で人が死んでいく。嫌なんだ。たくさんだ。もう誰も殺させない。守ってみせる。
Oh, Al, please.
よく言った。アルフォンス・エルリック。
Roy's alive.
ようやくひざまずいたな。
God, he's so
火
cool.
を火種に自らの血で綴った錬成時。
焼いて塞いだ。二三度気絶しかけたがな。ならば死ぬまで殺すだけだ。
Fucking hell. Boy is relentless, holy. Fuck.
負けた。悔しいけど、あなたみたいな男にやられるのも悪くない。楽しみね。その目が苦悩に歪む日はすぐ。
Holy fuck.
大佐、
I was so scared.
ご自分の心配をなさってください。
アルフォンス、部下を守ってくれた礼を言うぞ。そうだ。早くハボックに医者を呼んでやってくれ。
Is Jean still alive? He's gonna pretend that he wasn't ever here. Poor Barry, though.
大丈夫。
I know he was a mass murderer, but he had his little redemption arc.
ただいま。バカ！おかえり。
Poor Al. Ah! As this hinting towards.
ギリギリ助かったな。
He's alive!
このなりじゃな。誰か直してくんねえかな。おい、こら、何つだ。俺はまだ殺しまくってたの。おい、待って。待って。
My emotions are being toyed with. I hate this. Is he dead? Is he not? I don't know anymore. Is that his dad? Oh!
まさか。
Oh my god. It is his dad.
ホエンハイム。
This episode, I genuinely thought I was going to have a heart attack. I really don't think I spoke much because I've like hair stuck to me, but that's not the reason why I didn't speak much. I didn't speak much because I was scared that Al was going to die. I was scared that Risa was going to die. I thought Barry had died. I thought the dog was going to get eaten. I genuinely was aghast the whole episode and I was terrified. I thought I was about to lose some of the people I cared about most, especially when she like started going after Al and Al was like, no, I'm sick of people dying that I care about. I'm going to stand up and protect them. And I'm like, my baby boy, please. I don't want Risa to die, but I don't want you to die. But that was such a stressful episode. Such a stressful episode. But we lost last. And she was really cool. So I wonder if maybe like she's dead. Like she's dead, but maybe the father can bring her back. I'm not sure, but she was probably my favorite out of the sins that we've seen so far. So kind of sad to see her go, but also was really annoyed that she nearly killed Jean. We know that Jean is still alive based on like Roy's words about getting a doctor for him, but whether like he survives the injuries, we don't know. Like he's still alive, but he might not survive. Hopefully he does, because Roy's already lost so much, and the idea of losing another person that he cares for is just too much to bear. But he's so cool, so badass. Obviously, we have seen him in action in other episodes, but not like this. That unflinching resolve and cold stare and just being unfazed by the screams was absolutely amazing, but also gives a really good indication as to what he did in Ishvale and why he's so unaffected, because he has smelled far too many burned bodies, heard far too many people scream, that it has hardened him to what he's hearing and seeing, because he's become numb to it, because that's what he's been made to do. And in terms of sacrifice, by sacrifice, do they mean turning more people into homunculi, or sacrificing people to make them into powerful Philosopher's Stone? Because it's not too clear, and much in the way that like Barry's soul's been transplanted into a suit of armor. Could it be that they're wanting to use the bodies for creating stronger warriors, stronger homunculi for their own purposes and their own design. I'm not too sure because we know that obviously the Philosopher's Stones are created by sacrificing people, but is it to use their abilities to make a stronger Philosopher's Stone, or is it wanting to use them and their abilities by turning them into homunculi by transplanting the Philosopher's Stone into their core that they're intending? I'm not sure. It's still not very clear. We obviously know that they're going after people with power and with alchemical abilities because they intended Isaac to be a sacrifice in the first episode. They're intending Ed to be one, Al to be one, Roy to be one. So they're all like hinged on alchemy. So like there has to be something about their ties to alchemy that make them worthy sacrifices because it's never normal people that they want to make into sacrifices. It's never people that don't have alchemical abilities, but holy what an episode. I was so scared. I wonder what would have happened though if King had shown up before Lust had been destroyed, if he would have revealed himself by dispatching Al and Risa, or if he would have dispatched Lust to keep his cover. I have a feeling he may have dispatched Lust to keep his cover, or made it look like he dispatched her and she wasn't actually dead, but was maybe feigning it so that he could keep his cover. I don't know, but he got there and was able to turn around and leave. But I wonder if maybe one of the guards might let slip that Bradley was here. And then that's going to raise like flags because they haven't seen him. So they'd be like, why was he here? And why did he not like announce his presence? That's a little sus. But the fact that Roy burnt his own wounds to cauterize them is insane. Absolutely insane. He's such a cool person. Honestly, top 3 favorite characters is Roy Mustang. 100%. He's just amazing. And just the comedic value that is thrown into really tense moments is astonishing. The way in which he's berating Jean for not having noticed the tattoo, and he's like, I love big boobs. It's just so like unexpected, but it really kind of alleviates the tension in a really good way. And it's just a nice splattering of humor in what could be like a really dark show. And that's what I think I love about this show is it's really hard hitting, it's really emotional, it really delves into deep philosophical conversations, but at the same time, it's not afraid to be funny and to add humor into it. It's not all focused on being dark and depressing. It's this idea of intersecting dark humor from time to time, but also just something that is just sheer unexpected that takes you off guard and it just kind of relaxes you a little bit, takes away from the tension, but then immediately once that moment's over, the tension builds again. I just love this show. It really is such a good show. It's phenomenal. But Ed's dad has shown up. So next episode is going to be really exciting that we get to learn more about Daddy Dearest that left and they haven't seen in years. I still believe that he knows information about the Philosopher's Stone, and that information has become something highly sought and puts him in danger and puts his family in danger, and therefore he left to keep his family and his sons safe. I don't think he left because he wanted to. I think he left because he thought it was the only way to keep those he loved protected and safe. Much in the same way that Ed and Al try to distance themselves from the people they care about in order to keep them protected, and then are told, no, because you need the help. And also sacrificing what you want such as your bodies, because you're scared of other people dying, is going to do a disservice to Hugh's sacrifice and his death. So you have to keep pushing forward in the way that you can, but also accepting the fact that people choose to help you because they care about you. And they want to protect everyone around them as much as they can, but they're only two people. They can't protect everyone. And I think that's sort of tying in with their dad feeling as if he had to leave to protect those he loved and cared about. And he had to make that sacrifice in turn because it was the only way that he could move forward. Because the idea of moving forward knowing that he put his family in harm's way was inconceivable to him. So he made the ultimate sacrifice of leaving behind his wife and children to make sure that they didn't have to suffer from his research and his work if people came looking for him. I just think there's more to it than him just abandoning them, especially based on the mom's reaction. She's not angry that he left. Yes, she's sad and she's upset because it's her husband. Of course she is. But she's not angry about it, which makes me think there's more to it than just him leaving. Because if he just abandoned her, she'd be pissed. But she's not. And she still encourages the boys to take after their dad. You wouldn't do that if you resented him for abandoning the family. So she knows that he left for an important reason, and it most likely is to keep them safe and keep their children safe. But Ed resents his dad for having left them, so that dynamic is going to be tense. It's going to be really fascinating seeing them interact with one another and like breaking down that tension because Ed feels a lot of resentment towards him, and I understand it because in his eyes, his dad just left them, and then their mom died, and then he didn't even come back for the funeral. And he's like, why? You just left me and Al on our own, and we didn't have anyone. Well, they had Granny and Winry, but it's not the same as having your actual parent be there for you in your time of need. So of course he's going to be angry and he's going to see his dad as this deadbeat and he's going to be resentful, but it's going to be interesting to maybe see his perspective shift, maybe see them begin to form a father-son relationship, see the barriers between them begin to break down. I'm not too sure, but I feel like maybe Al would be a bit more maybe willing to listen to their dad and maybe willing to have conversations with him. But I have a feeling initially Ed is going to be very standoffish, very guarded. I don't want to let you in because you've already hurt me once and I don't want you to hurt me again, which is completely valid. And I completely understand and accept that perspective. But I think for a while, he's going to be very sort of angry and resentful and find it hard to trust his dad. As for what Hughes found out, the more I think about episode 10, he was drawing circles on the map and it kind of looked like an alchemical symbol, but I'm also wondering if it's where all the unrest is happening and all the mass deaths are happening and wars and destruction. All these people are being sacrificed essentially. So then that's creating Philosopher's Stones, but I'm wondering if he has made a connection between that and human sacrifice and that this was all organized by King to make more Philosopher's Stones or to empower their Philosopher's Stones that are the core of their being through further human sacrifice, or if it's formed like an alchemical symbol because there is a bigger intention that they need to power this alchemical symbol, much in the same way that when you saw Isaac in episode 1, he was drawing symbols all over the place and then it would connect to create a bigger reaction. So I wonder if that could be that they're creating an alchemical symbol in all these places in order to wreak mass destruction and havoc. And therefore, in every place that they have created these symbols, they have been able to sacrifice people in those areas through war. And that has empowered these symbols and also empowered the Philosopher's Stones that they're creating. And Hughes has maybe clocked onto that, or maybe he's clocked onto the connection of wherever King sends them, destruction and mass sacrifice ends up happening, and he's linking that to the Philosopher's Stone, and he's begun to put two and two together that King must be involved, because it's a weird coincidence that every time they go somewhere and these deaths are happening and this civil unrest is happening, King has directed them to be there. But we also got an indication into why Al's body kind of keeps falling apart, that potentially the armor that he's in won't be able to withstand until they finally achieve their goal. At first, I thought he meant as in, like, oh, he won't be able to return to his body. They would be using the abilities to regain his body, because like it's in like this weird never zone. It didn't actually decay, so it's kind of different to Barry, whose body did decay because he was executed and his soul transplanted into a soul of armor, so technically his body is no longer alive. Whereas for Al, it is different. But at first I was like, oh, that must be what it means. And then Al was like, oh, it means my body in this armor may not withstand until I get my actual body back, and it's an issue. And then he was like, my arm won't go back on. I'm like, oh no, please. He's had enough. He doesn't need any more stress. Leave my boy Alphonse alone. Let him have a moment of peace. God damn it. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye.